No, I got something for them. They think they can block streams. Got something special for them tomorrow. Won't
Well,
block this.
oh yeah, I already know. That's good times. So I'm gonna play a quick song from our brother Bones, real quick. Let's see if they can try to flag this. When Bones is on the line, he made this song himself. It's probably old. When you made this, Bone? Last week?
That song like what? I wish was 6, 7 years old. It's been
6 years
released.
old.
It's all on all YouTube and stuff. So
All right. Doodoo, it says it's live. Let me know. It says it's on live. I'm gonna go click on it. See if it's actually working. Yep, there it is. Can't stop this. Yes. And thanks for the notification. So I can go look, check out what's going on.
and to the rest of the other community, when y'all going back and forth between pages, if y'all notice something wrong, something out of place, feel free to let us know. This is our community. Like we say, our community.
Oh, I spelled that all wrong. Let me get back over here. Oh, man. Notification. I got too much going on. Too much going on.
So that's that new way. That's that new way.
Yeah.
2019 way. No
Yeah.
time. Let me stop.
I spelled it how we.
How we say it.
Yeah.
I say we call
Notification.
that spelling with a southern tongue.
Notification. Asian. Fashion. Notification. Fasation.
Thank you for your notifications.
Vacation. Notifications. Notifications.
A note from them hating.
A no for them hating. Let's take a vacation. That's what's up, though. I'm glad we back. We rolling smooth. Y'all know they got us on pins and needles. We making sure everything ride out. We ain't no fools. We know they coming with the bull. So Grand Rising. Once again. Well. Finally got that straight. So that worked out. I'm trying to get into this news real quick. Like, well, get into it. I'm checking all pages. Look what's going on. Got a little warning. I need to get this down. Let's switch the background. See if that worked. Okay. All right. We dropping. There we go.
It's on my hand.
Catch a cab.
The rising, pulling up, all on your front lawn, like wah.
Well, I'm trying to get to these stores. We just got so much going on. It's like I gotta check behind the check, to check to make sure we Gucci. If that kind of make any sense.
You digs?
But yeah, we can build on last night a little bit. What you think about it?
Oh, it was a great bill.
Man,
Great bill. You know, honor for Chief Redman coming through, spreading a lot of this living history that you're not going to find in books or you're not going to find on a YouTube quick search. Respect for our own Doodoo Vision, a.k.a. James Flames, for holding it down during the interview for us. Well, you might as well say Sunday or Wednesday convo. You know, it was more of a conversation than an interview.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was perfect. That's what we're here for. To keep pushing this info so people know we have always been and we always will be.
That's right.
You know? Feels good. How can it not? Knowing thyself feels great. Knowing where your family come from. Knowing that the narrative that they showed you your whole time. Yes.
You went in and out right there on the end. Kind of lost you there.
Basically, the narrative that you're trying to push your opponent.
We losing.
Hey, what happened?
Trying to get it right. That's a nice beat. Okay. You back, Bones?
Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
Where you at?
I've been here all the time. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Gay!
Yeah, I've been waiting on you. I thought you was refreshing. Grand Rising, everyone coming out. Look, I guess what we call this a little slow start this morning. That might be a good thing. Sometimes we start off fast and slow. Sometimes we have a great day all day. Most time we've been rocking these last couple of weeks. Whew, every day. Back to back to back to double back. We got Chief Blue Feather tomorrow. Chief Blue Feather tomorrow. Slow on. You turn the heat down. Ooh, I'm here cooking. Unlocking the mother tone. She make it so simple and so you can understand it. Then we got Redman, bring you the history of the South. Nothing against you folks up north, but they dropping bars. Who are you? Where are you from? Who your people? What state, what county, what city, what block, what country, what creek?
Man, go deeper than that. Not only who's your people, they letting you know who's your people's people.
They telling you
Right.
who your people are.
Ain't
Man.
charging you.
Oh, free.
Ain't holding it over your head.
F. I got that F. I got that F. Face
They don't care
behind.
about your business affiliations.
That's right. You don't care nothing about none of that. Man, that bill was, it was on fire. I should just let the flames up last night. You see how 11 seconds in. How many seconds we was in? 11 seconds.
Hey, 11 seconds.
As soon as I hit the start button, boop. I said, here we go, y'all. And boop. By the time I brought my hand back down to the keyboard, we were shut down. Just that fast. I guess somebody was in their feelings. Just the name alone. Chief Red Man, doo-doo. We're dead. It's over. Ain't nothing over. We ain't killing nothing. We ain't messing with nobody. People want to talk about what we got to do. What we got to do is get off of YouTube. Go meet somebody. How many folks in the community do you know? For real. For real, though.
Hey, what happened?
If you ain't met nobody in this community,
Gay!
if you online every day talking to Aboriginals,
Gay!
and you don't live around Aboriginals,
Gay!
yeah, they got me up on the late one. We shut down last night. We had a post meeting about what went on. Sandman almost got me too. I know how I go. But N. Jones, it was deep. It was deep. We took all the blocked videos and the one that went on that didn't get blocked, and we threw that over there to the production. When we get that back, I'm gonna slap it on him and we're gonna rerun it again. Matter of fact, we're gonna copyright it first, and then we're gonna throw it on out. See what they're gonna do with that. What they gonna do with that, Bone? They can't do nothing with that. That's how you do it. Yeah, and Jones, you missed a beast last night. So everyone on my Facebook page, they let me out of Facebook jail yesterday. You know you done messed up, don't you? You know that, don't you? You know you done messed up. To my Facebook family, please share the page. Let's get this page popping. Let's show them how we get down. Now, we need to be screaming. We ain't getting paid for the screaming. We're not monetized or whatever you call it. We out here shooting logic information, reading the news, helping folks. The key word, helping folks. For real. Helping folks. Hey, maybe I need to slow this down before y'all get too crunk. This is what we doing. This is why I got bags under my eyes. It's just not about YouTube. We are actually working with Chief Redman. We are actually working with Blue Feather to actually help and get people help with housing and social services with Chief Blue Feather. I'm just naming a few things that the Coosa Nation are doing, working, and about. So that's the reason why you see us like our home is their home, because they bringing you what the Aboriginals need to hear. Um, Unlocking the mother tongue is very simple. If you look at it and you pay attention, go back and catch volume 1, because we're going to volume 2 tomorrow night at 9. Make sure catch the first one. It wasn't long. Okay? Don't catch that. So we want to make sure that everybody is caught up, working on the language. We got Chief Redman on the history. You Southern folks, we kicking history now. We done heard everything else. We done heard about Pequots, the Iroquois, the Algonquins, the Powhatans. Ain't nobody been talking about down here. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Rico? Big homie. Where you at, brother? Where you at? All right, what else we got? We got Patrick. What's good? Yeah, man. Check that video. Normally we keep them short with Redman, but last night we got booted 7 times for copyright infringement for playing the same videos we've been playing since we started these videos 3 weeks ago. Same beats, same backgrounds, nothing changed. So like I was saying, 11 seconds in, we got booted. 5 minutes in, we got booted. 9 minutes in, we got booted again. About another 13, 14 minutes in, we got booted again. And long and behold, I guess they tried to boot again, and they said they couldn't do it no more. And we rocked it out for about an hour. So when you get a free chance, check it out. We will be adding all of the videos because they were short, like a minute here, 2 minutes here. We're going to combine them all together, and we're going to get it done. Yeah,
and plus, I end up recording the whole audio, Coach. You heard me?
I got you.
Yeah, when y'all was talking, I plugged my phone into the back thing, so I got the whole audio. They ain't stopped nothing, bro.
Awesome. So, just to let you know, we've been on it. No slacking. We're bringing that heat, bringing that info, so you can learn.
Blame on.
I'm not with preaching to the choir. So,
no sir.
We got to find something to make you go and do some research and do your genealogy and connect yourself. He's a Mississippian, Chata, Coosa, Qaeda. What are you? So when everyone...
That's what's up, Patrick. Patrick said they shared their Facebook page.
Man, Patrick go hard. I don't even know the brother. The brother been going hard for a while. Man, he been giving me gems. I've been using them gems on the show. Man, Patrick. Good. Man, good luck, big homie.
You go to autonomousassembly.com if you haven't. What we do is a free download to everybody that subscribes to it, whether it's a free ebook, PDF, or something with genealogy. That's every month to every subscriber to autonomousassembly.com. So y'all don't forget.
But yeah, he been over there. He been over there before. I know he been over there. I done seen his name in the chat.
Yeah, I think this month since Blue Feather coming, she gave us a PDF. Thinking we should just give it to everybody.
She said give it to them so they can read
Yeah,
along.
yeah.
That'll
That's what
be
I'm
dope.
thinking. Just sending it to every
And
email
that'll
we
save
got.
us. Yeah, that'll save me.
Yeah.
Please click on your
So,
PDF file. Thank you.
so the more we download for March, it will be a blue sucker unlocking all the time. That download.
They said they want to give us the. Hey, we breaking up. Hold on. Hey, put a link in the chat, Bones. Please.
Already on.
This is our website. It's like a living, breathing organism. It's just been growing and growing and growing. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, you broke up. Come on.
Without, you know what I gotta post? Always free.
Always free. You got 50 genealogy websites. All of them free. Big baby. All of them free. Not some of them. Not one.
All of them. All of them.
They're dope. They're dope.
Yeah, just put the
There go the
website
link.
up under.
Y'all make sure y'all catch that link. There it is. Catch that link. Right there. Right there. Come on. Man. Don't do me like that. I can't get nothing done like that. I can't get nothing done like that.
What?
Let's check it out.
But
Hey, what happened?
I don't know what happened. You turned up this morning. Don't get mad. Get glad. We peaked this morning. We everywhere. We screaming from about. Boy, that be hard. Hey, Rico. I can't hear you, Bones. Let me turn it down. That be hard. What'd you say?
pretty soon we're gonna be streaming from satellites or whatnot.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm screaming from like 20-some pages right now. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, well,
See,
I'm somewhere everywhere.
I'm on like 20, 26 pages. That's just how I do it. So if you see 1 on your page, 5 on your page, let me see what else we got. 6 on your page, 9 on your page, 5 on your page. How many else we got? 14 on your page, 3 on your page. We everywhere. No, that ain't the name of that beat. What's wrong with you? He said that's the name of the beat. I want to buy it. You mean what? All right, I'll play it again for you. I got it right here, man. All you gotta do is come over here and get it. Grand Rising. That's a cab. Hey, get off, y'all. Last night was ridiculous. Peace, chat. Peace, platform. Peace. To TJ. Mr. TJ. I'm sharing this. All these lovely people are out here this morning, this rising. He said Rico Suave. That's the new engineer. He's deadly with it. Everybody say what's up to our new engineer, Rico Duez. He's been handling the scenes for us a couple of days this week. He just came in and tightened it up. I was like, oh. So shout out to him. I can go ahead and get to work. It's sad when you just can't get to work. You gotta turn it on. Normally we'll speak and get to work. We gotta kind of monitor all the pages and look at what's going on. Make sure they ain't shutting us down. All that BS. It's all right though. He who laugh. All right. Let me turn this down. Let's get some work done. The latest Northern California river floods, 2,000 buildings. The latest on winter storms slamming Western USA. Northern California rivers that surged over the banks after days of raining. Everybody riding around in canoes. It says the northern, that's where they grow all that fire. California river flooded 2,000 homes, businesses, and other buildings and left two communities virtually islands after days of stormy weather. They said California was going to break out. Well, let's see what it do. Election fraud. Uh-oh. They caught him slipping. Political operative arrested in North Carolina scandal. Raleigh, North Carolina. The political operative at the center of an election fraud scandal that has engulfed a North Carolina congressional race was arrested Wednesday on charges of illegal, ballot holding, handling, and obstruction of justice in the 2016 general election and 2018 primary. Dowless was also at the center of a ballot fraud investigation by state election office, who ordered a new election in the disputed North Carolina congressional race. Wake City County Bureau of Identification, VIA, via AP. I bet you they do that in every state. You just got caught, buddy. Go on, rat out the rest of your buddies. Look like you got a story to tell. Hey there, buddy. Don't tell on the rest of them guys. Let's get them up out of there. He got a polo coat on. Oh yeah, he's dirty. He's a dirty guy. Make me want to spit. But I'm in my house. I won't spit in the house. I can't handle it. When they give me a seat, like a sick beat, my whole chest start be jumping to the beat. Like that. Yeah, I got problems. Let's see. gonna show y'all how my heart was just beating. It was beating to the beat. It was just jumping. Here we go. How you feel this morning? Okay. Ooh, y'all don't hear that bass. Hold on. See, there I know y'all don't know nothing about music right here. Listen how the bass come in. Just listen how it just come in. Now, if you got some gorillas in the trunk, you'll know what I'm talking about. Listen to the gorillas trying to come out. Here they go. Like he playing a little music, a little silhouette to wake up the gorillas in the trunk. Here they come.
Yeah.
You got to know about that music. You know, you can feel it. You know, back in the day, they said they used to take vibrations. You know, the unclogged blood clots and all that stuff in your body. Get the levels right in your body. They use vibrations. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. He said that hit hard. I'm in the car right now. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna shut up. Let me just shut up. Here you go. Y'all got this dude about to kick in my door. He say he in the car now. I know he on the way. That boy play another beat. I'm shutting it down. I gotta have all that. I need all that now. He's like, you gotta get you some other beats to play in the morning. Boy, you got me crying this morning. Stop it. I need all that. That'd be hard. All right, here go them gorillas.
Innovation, any conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Just goofing off.
All right. All right, let me get back to work.
Time to get to work. No more playing.
I mean,
LJ,
folks got
I'm not doing it no more.
But you gotta understand. First of all, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, 2/28/2019.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. I woke up.
Yes, it is.
I slept about 2 hours. Had that red man and that doo-doo last night. It's like I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Got a bag.
Brand new flavor in your ear.
Got a brand
Got you all in check.
I'm trying to tell you.
You got them all in check.
They gotta understand that when you have people that live the history of where we're trying to go, it's kind of hard to try to go negative on that.
Debunk that. Yeah, go against it.
These energies has been building and they have been doing their thing for years. And they could have came out and said, no, this is what's going on. They just kept building.
Mm-hmm. Let the naysayers, let the naysayers scream they nay. We just gonna keep working.
Mm-hmm.
Cruise is the first of many, many more to come. Many, many more.
Yeah, but see, I keep telling people are getting to their tribes, and their whole tribes are connected to Kusa.
Kusa.
What? So now you got a whole bunch of tribes that look like you and me doing stuff for the people for free.
Yes, sir.
Running
That's what
the
lets us know
actual
what we're doing in the
government.
Matter of fact, a little history on that. How did we all bump into Kusa? Wasn't it doing this same work we do now, Coach, for free?
Yep.
And
Man,
bumped into that.
We jumped out and said, "Hey, we want to help." And ended up,
what can we do
down there? Just making ourselves available. Make this go. What they say, ain't no loans sitting your butt at home. You got to get out here.
In these streets, where the people at.
Don't be
Y'all
scared.
know what it is.
They're your people.
Autonomous assembly, where the real work gets done. I mean, how we let them know, Coach, this is way more than a YouTube channel.
Man.
A non-profit.
Music.
This is a non-profit.
Try to get them vibrations. Y'all need them vibrations this morning. After all that negative energy, you got to shake it off.
Yeah, sometimes you got to let it go.
Do something different. See, they kind of forced our hand a little bit.
And I love it.
Just a little bit.
I love it. I love it when it comes together, Coach.
Well, do you see how many folks are coming through and watching and checking us out? You got people jocking, hating. I got my handyman clothes on. Mr. Superintendent Coach. I come to build this morning. Come to help build this. Make this thing go.
The porta potty on the lot. The porta potty now on the lot.
Yeah, I might need to go use it real quick. Show y'all it's real. All right. Where you at? Come on through. I can put you with Bones. Let y'all gonna do y'all thing.
Let's get it.
When two talents get together.
You know, I love building.
Hey, he a hard-working brother. I'm talking about at his craft. He's very hard, dedicated. His whole studio. He down here in the country, not far.
Yeah, y'all gonna make
his whole
setup.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, we're gonna do something before I leave this weekend. Then.
That's
a plug.
Nina Watt.
Nina Watt. You know why the water tribes is rising.
We still got people coming in.
It's great.
See y'all just waking up, getting the cold out your eye.
Stretch, freshen up, like that water face.
I kind
Can't
of want
pull
to play
enough.
it. I want to play last night so bad.
Well, you can. You know, you can play some of it from last night.
Because I know everybody didn't get it. He said he sure can. Yeah, Bones will be here this weekend. Rico,
Yes, sir.
we're going to make it shake.
We gonna make some shake. Peace and Jones. Doodle Vision, my brother, what's up? Respect for that last night.
Yeah, man, we can't stop talking about it. Last night
What?
was it was like information that's not being talked about or taught.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got history and anthropology, but nobody's talking about this right here. Everybody's tracing their roots back to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia,
Peace, Empress
Alabama,
Keisha. Glad you
Mississippi.
out there in the chat this morning. Been a minute.
Everybody's screaming tribes.
Peace,
But
Trab.
what was those tribes
You getting picked up on the
connected
cab?
to? Who are those tribes connected to? What did they do to hide the information?
But ain't that's why we tell them? Fly back into that tribe. Then once you start learning your tribe's history, then you find out what your tribal nation was. Then you realize we all have a connection together.
All of us. What you bang? Natchez. What you bang? Kaida? But where everybody bang? Kusa. Kushada. Kusa Nation. Sound like a bunch of mound builders to me.
I think we got that right there, my fault.
Ancestors. Your ancestors. My ancestors.
That's all we doing. That's all we doing.
So, how many people out here tying you back to your land?
Mm-hmm. That's how you get back to the land. By time doing your genealogy and tying back to your tribe, because your tribe leads back to a landmass, an area. And when we started this, when we first met Kusa, what we knew there was 504 tribes that looked like us here.
That right?
If knowing that, wouldn't you want to find yours?
What your family was doing? What's in your blood?
And we're not even saying that you got to go thousands. You don't even got to go thousands of years back. 4 generations.
You mean tell me
4 generations back. That's all we talking about.
my family didn't cross that water? I ain't come across that water.
They were probably talking about that Mississippi.
We didn't come on. It wasn't millions of us.
Probably millions. There was millions of us here already. You know that much.
Already.
Doing our thing.
Doing our thing. I should better blow that up a little bit. Hey, Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Before I put you on and crop you out, I need you
Yeah.
to talk for a hot second.
Yeah, no problem.
Heat on and go piss.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back.
No problem. Let's check the news real quick. It says Virginia's first lady under fire for handing cotton to African American students. Next, House passes sweeping gun bill. Russian River rises 45 feet. Let's see. Minnesota's House panel approves gun sale background checks. This says Virginia's first lady under fire for handing cotton to African American students on a mansion tour. We're not gonna go to this BS story. I'm sorry. Something. Let's see. Looking for the river story right now. Headlines flash. They almost Grand Rising Pamela Hall. An atmospheric river rainstorm found in North Carolina. Atmospheric river rainstorm found in North Carolina. Officials are saying the Russian River. The National Weather Service said the new storm produced more than a foot of rain in the hills above Hillsburg and Sonoma County. Sonoma County officials have 40 people living in about 2 dozen areas that are subject to a after that, the river was passed
All right. You breaking up bad, brother. Hey, Bones. Refresh. Refresh.
Yeah. That's for you.
Man, good sound.
Normal County officials have ordered people living in about 2 dozen areas near the river to evacuate.
Yeah, you going in and out.
Forecast.
You might need to.
All right, hold on. I gotta switch. It's better.
Yeah, you sound better now.
All right. Says Sonoma County officials have ordered people living in about 2 dozen areas near the river to evacuate, noting that the river is forecast to exceed flood stages 32 feet at 6 p.m. It's expected to crest at 46.1 feet at 10 p.m. Wednesday. Evacuate now. Sonoma County Sheriff's Office said in an alert shortly before 4 p.m. Authorities were opening shelter at the river in Northern California.
Yeah, Northern California.
Yeah, the Russian River.
Yeah, they going through it. They said 2 of them communities are islands.
Yep.
They can only get there by boat. That's something serious to really think about it. But they always said it was going to break off. I wonder if they're going to get control of it or what is it, whatever it's going to do. We're going to find out soon, real soon. Because we got all these floods going on. I mean, all them lakes on the land are full. So we got plenty of good water. We just need to get it, access it, and protect it. That's all. What else we got going on? Wonder how many folks we had. Man, they came. Are they some of the Kusa with Fanta? That's a good question. I'll
Yeah, we
have to
can
ask him
find out.
about that.
I don't want to misquote or
We'll have to see
misrepresent
what
anything. So we'll ask them
right.
directly.
I definitely don't want to misrepresent Kusa and what they do for the people. I see
Grand
it's a good name.
Rising, J Freeway 83, Unapologetic Aboriginal, Coppertone Tony.
I just turned my heat on. Somebody had the AC on.
They said birth.
They claim. Copper Indio, your VMix link is in your email.
Your cab ticket has been ticket.
Whenever you wake up, I'll automatically put it there. So you don't have to look for it.
And popping up, it says doctor shot by patient in wheelchair in Florida VA hospital, FBI says.
Hold on.
Doctor at a Florida hospital for veterans was shot by a patient.
The doctor got shot by a patient.
Yep. It says the doctor at a Florida hospital for veterans was shot by a patient, a double amputee in a wheelchair, as the patient was taken to the emergency room Wednesday evening, officials said. Larry Ray Bond, 59 of Michigan, opened fire with a handgun about 6:20 p.m. at West Palm Beach. Veterans C.A.B. Medical Center. Justin Flake, assistant special agent in charge at the Miami FBI office, said at a news conference Wednesday night. The doctor was while attempting to subdue the man. It was very brave, Flake said of the doctor, who has not been identified. He was pretty heroic and probably saved a lot of lives. The physician was transported to a local hospital and released Wednesday evening. Flake said a second VA employee who was also grazed and suffered minimal injuries. Officials said Bond served in the U.S. Army for just over a month in the 1970s, and his double amputation is not thought to be the result of any military-related services, according to the FBI. The spokesperson for the hospital said that the facility has been secured at the appointments and procedures scheduled for Thursday would not be affected. And that's the end of that story.
Dang.
So I guess something made him mad. Probably needed some help. I mean, I could be wrong.
Made him tick.
Probably needed some something. He ain't have enough time to back duty.
I'm in pain.
I need something.
I'm gonna let you feel what I'm feeling right now.
Can you feel my pain?
And they deep. Chat deep this morning. They catching a cab. In a minute.
You already know this is the realest chat. I'm gonna say the realest chat on the planet.
We need a bus.
Know this already? Your cab gonna have to get a bus, y'all. Ain't enough room to pick
luxury. We're gonna make sure it's luxury.
We're gonna have to get a bus, pick everybody up.
I ain't getting no school bus.
No.
One of them big coach joints with leather seats.
No bigger coaching joint to go pick everybody up with.
With the TVs. Coming to a city near you. Picking everybody up.
Pulling all up in the front. Wah wah. See what else we got in here. Let's see. Okay, breaking news. A woman accused of assaulting man in a mega hat faces possible deportation, ICE says.
Yeah. About to get her deported.
Breaking news. Well, more news on crash arrest shows how little we understood about sex trafficking or sex work.
In Jones.
Say down by the algorithm. Advocates struggle to be heard online. And let's see. That's all on that update.
All right. Man, I got my page back.
Got something from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court seems open to allowing 40-foot cross on public land. The High Court on Wednesday heard over an hour of arguments in a case about the World War I memorial, sometimes referred to as the Peace Cross. The Supreme Court seems inclined to rule that a 40-foot tall cross that stands on public land in Maryland is constitutional, but shy away from a sweeping ruling. The High Court on Wednesday heard over an hour of arguments in the case about the World War I memorial, sometimes referred to as the Peace Cross. Conservatives, justices, as well as at least two liberal justices, seem to suggest that nearly 100-year-old memorial doesn't run afoul of the First Amendment's establishment clause, which prohibits the government from favoring one religion over others. The justice seemed inclined to find that the age of the monument and the cross special connection to World War I as a symbol associated with war dead made it acceptable. The memorial stands on a grassy hill median in Bladensburg, Maryland, just outside Washington. Some of the liberal justices suggest in their questioning of lawyers defending the cross that they could join a narrow ruling upholding its display, even though they talked about the cross as a major symbol of Christianity. The bigger question might be whether there are enough votes to rule in a way that would allow governments to erect more religious symbols on public property. Several conservative justices sound skeptical of the broadest approach advocated by the lawyer for the American Legion. The Veterans Organization raised money for the cross and completed it in 1925. The cross challengers argue that its location on public land violates the First Amendment's establishment clause, which prohibits the government from favoring one religion over others. And that's it. So basically, one side saying, if we allow you to do this, what's to stop you from posting up religious symbols in any public place that you feel fit? That's basically the argument they're having out in the Supreme Court.
Shout out to China. They shutting down all the churches. They tearing them down. I got another music break. Bones, turn your camera on so I can fix you up while we get this beat. I know y'all like that. Don't get mad. Oh, I got me over here jugging. Y'all give me a minute. I'm trying to get me and Bones on the screen. They don't call us the morning show for nothing. You can get mad all you want. We're gonna rock it. Something like this. Here you go. Oh, that beat hard. Them elephants in the trunk.
Yeah.
Facts, Trav. I'm sorry to hear that. Damn, man, that shit clipped out real quick. I ain't even had to do nothing. Hey, that little set you got fire.
Real. That's the real.
Let's see. That beat was hard, wasn't it?
Come on.
I gotta take that green down. I got you. Hold on. I'm about to shrink you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do your story while I shrink you down. Shrink you down.
Let's see what else popped up in here.
You froze. There you go. Let me take them lines off for you. And we good to go.
Minnesota.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
Let me set it up better so I can read the story. Give me 1 second.
All right.
All right, St. Paul, Minnesota. This is from the Associated Press. A Minnesota House committee voted Wednesday night to require universal criminal background checks for gun purchases as the legislature took up the continuous issue of gun control for the first time this session. It says the House Public Safety Committee approved the bill on a 9-7 vote. The bill next goes to the Ways and Means Committee. The committee then began considering, hate when this happens, okay? The committee then began considering a bill for a red flag law to allow families and police to seek court orders to temporarily confiscate guns from people judged to pose an imminent threat to themselves or others, but did not finish before the midnight deadline and put off a vote until Thursday night. Leaders of the new Democratic majority in the House predicted floor approval on both bills, and Democratic Governor Tim Walz reaffirmed his support in his budget proposal last week. But Republican Senator Majority Leader Paul, what's his name, Gizlecki, has vowed to block the legislation, illustrating the strong feelings that gun issues evoked. A crowd of more than 300 people packed the hallway outside the hearing room ahead of the event, and many had to watch from an overflow room. Supporters of the bills wore red t-shirts for the group Moms Demand Action, or orange shirts for Protect Minnesota, while opponents wore black shirts from the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus. Minnesota board members spoke up as she testified how her mother and daughter became innocent bystanders as they waited at a bus stop sign in Minneapolis in 2016. She said her mother, Berto Bex, was killed and her daughter was left traumatized by a man who gang ties would have turned up in a background check. Would have been stopped from buying the gun that killed her mother while gunning for a rival gang member. This bill is not about taking away the rights of law-abiding citizens. It's about protecting Minnesotans from individuals who should not have the right to purchase or carry firearms, she said, as she held a photo of her mother. But officials with the Gun Owners Caucus pointed out that the background checks bill would cover more than just gun sales. It will also apply to transfers, including certain loans and gifts of guns. Through proponents pointing out that the bill contains a list of exceptions, the opponents said law-abiding owners would risk criminal penalties if they accidentally lose the paperwork. The goal that all of us have is, how do we keep firearms out of the hands of dangerous people? The group's chairman, Brian Strawser, said, we agree with that goal, but the burden in this bill doesn't fall on the criminal element. The burden with this bill falls upon law-abiding citizens. While the bills are high on the House Democratic agenda, it's not clear if they'll get anywhere in the Senate, where Republicans hold a 3-seat majority and some rural Democrat oppose gun control. The lead senator sponsor of the purposes, St. Louis Patrick Democrat Ron Lance, said Tuesday that he's ready to try a procedural maneuver to force a vote if the Senate leadership won't schedule a hearing on the floor vote. He said the key will be winning over suburban Republican senators in districts where Democrats captured House seats last November. And that's the end of that story on the gun rights fight that's going on in Minnesota right now.
All right.
And I saw that popped up in the breaking news now section.
Ooh. Look chilly. We got Joe 47.
Peace.
Just let me know when you step off. Oh, okay, there you go. Let me know when you step off. I'll just hit the 9.
Yeah. No, hit the
Well, you won't be no black. No blank space.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on? We both on the live show. They're going to have to start getting used to seeing this. We're going to be doing this every day. Bringing that phone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
That green screen look good, Bones. I might have to check into that.
I got a couple of cans left. I'll bring them up.
Yeah, you on point over there. What else we got going on? Pamela Hall, Macadon. All right, let me see. I had some stories pulled up.
All right. Peace, Macadon 1, Pamela Hall, Joe 47.
All right.
You said you had a story? This just popped up.
Yep.
It says, why is there only one human trafficking charge in Florida massage parlor bus?
Only one?
Today. Yeah.
Well, they watching him. They following when he walk out his house?
With human trafficking connection with prostitution in Florida. Despite multiple agencies linking the 10 spas shut down this month, Chinese sex trafficking. Her name is Loyan Mai, and she's a 49-year-old Orlando woman who ran an East Spa in Vero Beach. It's very difficult to charge somebody with that, acknowledged Detective Sergeant Phil Huddle, who supervises the detective division at the Vero Beach Police Department. Mai was seen transporting numerous women with suitcases to and from the spa who are believed to be victims of human trafficking, according to her arrest. Some stayed for a couple of days, others for weeks. Let's see what else they do. It's a very large network and they move around constantly. Well, that's why it's been difficult for us to locate the other Jane Does that we have. Photo said, we're still shifting through that. We're hoping all the ladies involved come forward and will open up about their experience and how they got into the position that they're in. The women were trapped in the spa, living in a small room with 2 mattresses on 2x4s, using a makeshift shower and cooking in a small, unsanitary room, Huddle said. If they did show their faces outside the establishment, they were outside for a brief period of time and they were within earshot or eyeshot of men. Huddle said, police believe most of the victims came to the country on airplanes, but they don't know for sure. They are basically like travel agents. They go to these little villages in China where the desolate poor and have no other way out and approach families and approach females and say, hey, you want to go to America, Huddle said? Then we get here is basically indentured servitude. They're only scratching the surface. Police are under no illusion about how far they reach into the seedy human trafficking organization, believed to be rooted in China and loosely tied in New York, Texas, and California. I think we've only scratched the surface on this, Huddle said. Video surveillance played a key role in capturing the major players, Huddle said, because detectives could not do anything illegal, even undercover. It takes time, he said. We have to keep this investigation going on. It takes us so long to establish a human trafficking. May was arrested February 19th, also stands charged with racketeering. Regarding support from the procedures of prosecution, her bail was set at $155,000. It says for punishment, human trafficking and racketeering is charged levied so far. They are first-degree felonies, punishable by up to 30 years in prison. If any of the victims are found to be minors, or if they are seriously physically harmed, the punishment can escalate to a life sentence. The next more serious charge, provide support from the proceed, providing support from the proceeds of prosecution. The second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years in prison. The remainder of the prosecution charge levied against about 300 across the region are various degrees of misdemeanors, which have maximum sentence length up to 60 days to a year in county jail. And that's the end of that article. Bill don't say they only got one person. All high-profile people they mentioned, but they only got one person charged.
Things that make you go, All right. 10 things to know for today from Associated Press. No deal. North Korea. Number 2, how Kim made history. For what is almost certain the first time, the North Korea leader actually answered an impromptu question from an American reporter. What? He actually answered? Cohen assails Trump before Congress. The president, former lawyer, testifies that Trump used his inner circle to cover up political damaging allegations about sex and lied throughout the 2016 election campaign about his business interests in Russia. Like this here. Man, why they hit me with good beats? I can't just have a whack beat. All right, let's see. Number 5. No, number 4. Cohen hearing Stokes' touchy topic of impeachment. Like this here. Number 5. Pakistan offers peace gestures to India. Number 6. Okay. Northern California, river floods, 2,000 buildings. We went over that already. Number 7. Chloe Buchard defends record on medical devices regulations. Okay. Might need to dig in that. The Minnesota senator and 2020 presidential hopeful has advocated for the medical device industry in ways that complicate her reputation as a consumer defender. We ain't said nothing about no R. Kelly. He ain't on the list. Let's see. What security experts say about Huawei? Next generation wireless networks. That the U.S. government is likely exaggerating the threat. It says the Chinese telecom giant poses the world's next generation wireless network. That's dope. Star Wars coming to Disney. So what? All you Star Wars freaks, all you Disney freaks, there you go. You got it. Turning back the clock is number 10. 9 years after Kobe, I can't even say the brother name. 9 years after Kobe Bryant did it to him, Dwayne Wade banked in a game-winning straightaway three-pointer to help the Heat beat the Warriors. After 9 years after Kobe did it to him. Oh yeah, that was a good shot. He dropped it, lost control of the ball, picked it back up, shot it, and back up off the backboard. Winning shot. Like to him. That was a good one. Just seen the highlight. Y'all know coach don't have time to watch no games. You know, if you got time and watch a whole game,
Gay!
that's just how I feel. I used to watch them games, but I got more stuff to do. I got people to see, things to get done, Aboriginals to wake up. I can't help it. The music just that good. I gotta wait the Bones get back.
Hey, what happened?
Oh, you back. My bad. I ain't see you right there. There you go. Bones back in the building. So how you doing, brother? How you doing? Oh, that's dope. I got you. You ain't had to move. Oh, I'll fix it. There you go. It's gone now. Just a little picture, but yeah, it's gone. We got Larissa Miller just went over the 10 things to know for today. Now I need to get the brother. That beat hard. I keep finding these good beats. Let's see. You seen That was crazy. Anybody seen no sellout? Where you at, no sellout? Are you in the building, my friend? What's good with you?
Ain't nothing. Doing the school thing right now.
Oh, you at the school with the kids? Okay, we're gonna be able to finish that list. I've been wanting to finish the list.
Yeah, we can do
Take
that.
that as a note. Oh, okay. He was thinking like, we still doing this list.
After yesterday, I don't know.
I ain't worried about them people. I got you, boss. If they want to do something else, they got a channel they can go do it on. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Stretch. I just gotta get rid of that. That right? Scratch. I know I'm scratching. Arms tired. I've been up. I've been fighting it. So what up, no sellout? Oh, no sellout about school. You can't even talk right now. So we got. I think somebody just knocked on my door. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. Thought I heard somebody knocking at the door. Yep. So we back. So we got no sellout coming up. I wanted to replay last night's bill. It got cut off like 7 times. They kept messing with us, and we kept coming. I didn't care nothing about that. I was going to run until they shut it down. We ain't scared of you. This is what we do. We do this every day. All right. There go the BS bill right there. This is a good one to read off of. It's supposed to be a hot, serious. He's supposed to be talking about something serious right now. I like the way that chair sitting in the background right there. New York prosecutors. Colleagues say he's no Trump puppet. You a puppet. Stop lying. If you got to say it. Farm loan delinquencies. Highest in 9 years is price slumps. Everybody's eating fast food. Y'all better go back and start eating that stuff. About 2 Aboriginal women in Chicago mayor runoff. New solutions for the old problem of illegal massage parlors. We just read that. They talking about the same thing. The River phone company and them 2 sisters running for mayor. I hope they do know the history. When they had the brother, he died at the head of the ship. A man who pleaded guilty to scamming an Alabama town for nearly $2 million is due in federal court to find out how long he will go to prison. A judge sentenced for 43-year-old Kyle Sanders for Thursday morning in Montgomery. Sanders moved to East Alabama town of Opelika in 2011, and later opened a business incubator called the Round House. He pleaded guilty last year to fraud for taking about $1.9 million for more than 50 investors. Sanders told the Associated Press he falsely portrayed himself as one-time Google executive and acted out of greed. Got him. Prosecutors are recommending a lighter sentence because Sandler cooperated with authorities. A defense lawyer said Sandler will probably get 4 to 5 years total. He still faces state charges. Joe 47, that was an awesome build. So the connection is terrible. We should be Gucci. Let me see what's going on. Let me pull up. Should be Gucci. Everything is fine. Looking good to me. I can turn up a little bit. I can get a little closer to the mic. But this is the best I can do. All right. Here we go. Good beat coming up. Somebody got messages? Who that is? Who that is? Simple little beat. Georgia Tech on Tuesday announced plans to move 5 home games, 1 each in 5 consecutive seasons, including dates against Notre Dame in 2020 and 2024, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The stadium of the NFL, Atlanta Falcons, and MLS, Atlanta United, is less than 1 mile from the Georgia Tech campus. The 2022 season opener against Clemson is part of the package of 5 games moving off campus. It will be the first time 2 teams from the same conference have played in the annual season kickoff game held in Atlanta. The date and opponents for Georgia Tech's 2021 and 2023 home games at the new stadium have not been announced. Athletic director Todd Stansbury said those games will be set when the Atlantic Coast Conference releases schedules for those seasons. How about that? All you Mercedes-Benz theater, stadium, want to go face. I can't even say what I want to say. Be like, Coach, you want to go see the game? Get out of my face. Get out of my. I ain't got time for that. You get your bull. My bad. Shouldn't have brought that bull over here. You know how I feel about that crap. All right. We got the Migo back the government for 2.4, 1.9, 1.9 million, $2 million scam. He got people to invest in him in something that was not real. So if he can get people to invest in something that's not real, we should be able to get people to invest in something that's real. And that's real. Boy, that'd be sick. Whoever on that bass, that foot pedal, is real black. Blue brothers put aside distractions to beat Wisconsin. I can't stop rocking. That thing, that jamming. I know, Joe. I ain't no rapper. I know good music. All right. Oh, man. Call me slipping. Now you can't tell me. You can't tell me that beat ain't hard. That beat sick. Sounds good to me. All right, we're going to take a break from all this. For everybody that's watching, I got a cut from Bones. One of Bones' old cuts. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. If I can find it. I think this Bones right here. Let's see what Bones talking about. Here we go. We live. If ain't nobody ever heard Bones rap before, here you go. Right here.
A lifetime of memories. A license will mean shit to me. Imagine time, cause time shows no sympathy. When it catches up, death will be the recipe. Until that day come, you gon' get the best of me. No, you not testing me. Ain't nobody stressing me to make it. Being written in my destiny, yes. In each and every breath of me, yes. You gon' get the best of me. I ain't never going back to the 4 walls where we scratching the blocks, we hustle crack. I ain't never going back to the days where we lacking, there's no one there to ask.
One more time. For those of you all didn't hear what that boy was saying. Just right quick.
A lifetime of memories. A like sense when mean shit to me. Imagine time, cause time shows no sympathy. When it catches up, death will be the recipe. Until that day come, you gon' get the best of me. No, you not testing me. Ain't nobody stressing me to make it. Being written in my destiny, yes. In each and every breath of me, yes. You gon' get the best of me. I ain't never going back to the 4 walls where we scratching the blocks, we hustle crack. I ain't never going back to them days where we lacking, there's no one there to ask. See, I believe in we. When the rubber meets the road, I take off because I see. Cut me, all I bleed is loyalty. All I bleed is loyalty.
You gotta be the one to say that I'll never make it. Put my life in the palm of your hands if you could try to break it. Please believe in me. I'll never betray these thoughts.
Okay. All right, Bones. I hear you. Where you at, Bob? Down it out. Wait it out. Wait it out. Wait it out. Hey, that was hard. You got another verse on that song? Let's get it. Come on. Let's see. James Gilmore was good. Oh, there you go, Bones. My bad. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah, that was just a snippet, but yeah, I can sing the whole song.
You killed it. You just on one verse?
No, it's a full song. That was just a quick snippet.
Hey, you don't like it?
No, I ain't say that. No. Yeah, that been on SoundCloud probably about like 8 years.
Dang, I don't know nothing about SoundCloud.
Nope.
Hey, when they was like, play Bones song, I'm like, Bones song? I was like,
Hey, what happened?
Brittany ended up
know.
playing catalog. She ended up playing No Sellout and them half my music catalog last night.
Hey, what happened?
I missed it. They said it was on fire. I ain't never used SoundCloud.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
I should have used it.
Nope.
Let me see what else we got. Well, what y'all think about that? Carbatone Tony said Bones was rocking it. Joe 47 said, Coach, you crazy. I ain't got no sense. James Gilmore say Bones got some flow. Joe 47 say, Brother Bones, the boy rocking. I ain't that crazy. Man. This morning. Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Hey, what happened?
Let's see if he's still at school. No sellout. I guess no sellout. It's still, he must be in there changing diapers and stuff. We got Jay Susquehanna. What up, big homie?
Peace,
See him in
Jay.
a few days. Let's see what else we got. Audio. What was it? It was okay. I forgot what was the sound for Black or African American. What was that sound? No sellout. What you doing out? What copper Indio? I've been digging out myself out a hole. Well, that's what they call self. We got a lot of people that can probably help out. I forgot. We all men. We don't need no help. Or stop. I learn how to help each other every day. What else we got going on out there in the world? What up, no sellout? Looking like you mad. Why that school look like a hospital?
All schools look like hospitals.
I'm trying to tell you, what experiment are
Sterile.
they working on our kids? This dude been in school for about an hour. Hold on, teacher. Let me smell your breath. You been drinking? Oh, breath smelling face. Be like, how you doing? And get all in the face. Had bagel with cream cheese this morning. Oh man, we gotta wait till they get home. Normally I have some stories. I guess the brother's still at work. Y'all know people do work. It started hurting. What they mean? All right. Let me see if he sent me some stories. See if he sent me some. Because the news been kind of bland this morning. Do y'all want to see a repeat of last night? Y'all want to see what all the fiasco was about last night? About why we kept getting shut down? I can only play the last video, but the other ones, we're going to put them all together. But it's on y'all. I'll wait on the chat. Come back and tell me. Y'all want to hear Doodoo James Flame and Chief Redman from the Coosa Nation? Y'all tell me. Tell me something good. Yeah. Baby, baby. Down. Come on. What y'all want? Bernie Sanders was asked if he was for reparations. He said no. I take the what? Feel the burn face behind. Y'all look, I can't curse right now. Bernie Sanders was asked if he was for reparations. He said no. I take the same stance as Obama. Oh, I'm Obama. I'm with Obama face. I'm dealing with the real African American behind. African European face behind. He ain't got no ties from him. He ain't got no relatives over here. His folks from over there. The Africa and the Europes. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Man, I should have bought my apple pie this morning, my Danish. He said, yeah, roll it. All right. By the request of one, big homie Patrick. Ain't nobody else want to see it? Don't nobody else want to hear it? What? I guess everybody's seen it already. That's what it is. Oh, y'all don't want to hear what you miss?
Nope.
What? Man, y'all.
Gay!
All right. All right, we got Joe said let it roll. Patrick said let it roll. All right, that's 2 out of 100 viewing. So what the other 98% say? Y'all ain't got nothing to say. Shout out to that 2%. Oh! Still scratching. No homo. Oh man, that's funny. All right, we about to roll it. Here we go. Oh, y'all funny. Roll the clip face behind. Let's see which one. This one was. Which one was it? Oh, y'all had 2 of them on there. There was 2 of them on there. 2 went through. I guess they put them all together. One for 119, and one for 50 minutes. It went that long? Let's start with the. All right, I'm gonna fast forward to the music. Until they start talking, and we're gonna get it in.
So we have the Southern Cherokees.
They already talking.
Stop, LJ. Stop. No, stop it.
They don't be playing.
I'm a child. Why would I stop it?
Hold on. LJ ain't playing with y'all. You coming, y'all?
Watch it on your tablet.
50 minutes. Yeah. Well, we might catch him behind. I don't know which one is first, but we about to get it. All right.
We still here. We still here.
Haters, but we're gonna make this thing work out. All right. So here we go. Everybody on the panel, you're gonna have to go to YouTube and check this out. We about to kick it before we get booted again. Let's go.
All right. Appreciate you, both coach
and Bones and no sellout, and to all the panelists, Brother Thomas, Lady Free, Brother Kerry. I appreciate you all allowing me to come on and actually do this exclusive with, the Chief Redman. And I appreciate his time as well. For those that don't know, it's time to catch a cab. It's Coach's Bones and the evening episode. So I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to allow Chief Redman from the Cruiser Nation to actually tell a little bit about himself and recap. I know we had you on before, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on. And for those who don't know who you are, if you can just give us a brief introduction and tell us a little bit about you and your position and Cruiser Nation and how all that fits in with the movement that's going on today.
Yes, of course. Well, we begin with Carlito, CEO, and Hensai. Those are the greeting words. I learned them very well here over the past few years. To begin with, I gave a short description of the Cruiser Nation of North America the other night. I can elaborate a little bit more on that. We have what's called a matriarchal and matriarchetypal form of government. We have a principal chief as the head of state. We have a principal chief myself as the head of government. We have a chief of national administration, and we have a secretary of state. That's the executive council and the four constitutional officers. There are other officers as well. We have a legislative council, members are state representatives in their own areas, because we have members in the state as well as outside of the state.
I'm going to fix the audio.
One of the other areas that we're working on now is filling some various departments, Commerce Secretary, Agriculture, Education, and Culture, getting a legally organized and constituted police force or security force that's in line with the local as well as national and international laws. A Department of Commerce that's coming soon. We must have that. That is basically where we're at now and what we're working on. And, we've accomplished a lot over the last 2 years because we have an excellent team here. And we kind of pick each other up and tell each other when we have to. And that's that is basically what our goals are. Registration, I guess, is everyone knows you have to contact the Chief of the National Administration for that. But registration is free. Basically, we don't want to charge people for returning to their heritage and who they are. That would not benefit us or anyone else. We need to bring people in, and we can vet people and make sure they're who they say they are. But we don't want to have a system in place that people have to pay for their heritage or pay for their respects.
Can you elaborate for myself and those that are listening in the audience when you mentioned to those that wanted to become members how to verify themselves?
One of the ways that we as a Cruiser Nation, in fact, I should not even say one of the ways, I should say the only way that we verify people is to use genealogy, number one. Most important is we use the American Indian rolls. Those are the original birth records and vital statistics. And those are the rolls that actually separated the the American Aborigines. The Native American Aborigines, better known as the American Indians and the American Indians of color, from different groups of people, such as the Siberians, the Mongolians, and those of Chinese descent, later Asiatic descent, as well as those that are Caucasian, Arab, Moorish, Jewish, and West African descent. And we use those because they're ethnic codes. They're not codes based on colonial doctrines and programs, such as religions, races, slavery.
I'm trying to find
Sexism,
what we had.
tribalism.
When someone finally let me know it was distorted, I went ahead and I adjusted it. So I apologize about that. I think it's going to be distorted for another probably minute or two before I get it fixed. I'm sorry about that.
Go back at least to the fourth generation. And sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't.
Let me see if I can fast forward.
Religions, race, slavery.
That's all messed up. Now let's see.
All right, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear now.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to get to a good spot here. So I'll repeat some things. DeSoto, he gave a very good description of our peoples here. And that's why they confuse us with the people of the continent of Asia. And specifically the subcontinent of Asia, that region known as India. Actually, that's the land of the Aboriginals there. They're known as the Indus Hindu people. So when he first landed here in Florida, there on the western coast, a little bit on the inside of the Gulf of Mexico, the descriptions that DeSoto gave of our people were a description that match many of us today, who are known as the colored Negro, African American, black, mulatto, brown, red, colored, all of those names. So the fact of the matter is that the first contact with any nation in America as recorded in the Spanish records, and I was just mentioning this, I don't like to go too much into the political documents at this time, and I'm sure you all understand why, but the first nation that they contacted here in the Americas, from Puerto Rico and the islands all the way up to Florida, Lower Alabama, Mississippi, and parts of South Carolina, were actually called the Coosa Nation. And there are accounts of that today. And in fact, there are books on that subject today, actual books and all. And later on, as we start building our educational library, where we actually have it built, but when we start stocking it with the things, the cultural things that we need to know as far as identity of individuals, families, clans, bands, tribes, and all of our associations and all, you'll see that's the first nation that Europeans recorded having come into contact with. The very first nation, and we're talking about from Christopher Columbus expedition on up into Florida. Puerto Rico is Coosa territory. We know right in Panama today, one of the oldest province, and some say the largest. I don't know about the largest. I've had people who served in the military that actually lived in Panama. And but the largest province there is still known as Cherokee Province. That's the actual name of the province. So there are very serious descriptions of DeSoto. One of those, after DeSoto's initial visit in about 1540, of his initial visits here, he met with a Muskogee chief, a Chickasaw chieftain, and the Cherokee priest. You see, his officers and all. So a lot of these things are well recorded in the historical records. You see, and that's what I would like to say at this time. Now, as far as our clans and bands are concerned, we as the Coosa, we exercise our right of redemption, and I'll put that in words of the principal chief, this Blue Feather. Our goal is to restore our Aboriginal clans, and that's the reason why we just don't go out recruiting anyone. We understand the difference between a group and an organization, and then the difference between a tribe and a nation. Because the Coosa is a nation that is composed of many tribes, which is, the ancestors that we descended from throughout the southern region of the pre-colonial USA. So that is yeah.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was finished. I just wanted to make sure that.
Yes, sir. I was just thanking you for going into depth with that, and because some seem to think that Coosa Nation is just tied into one geographic location, and that you clarified that it's really, although you are Coosa Nation USA, it really encompasses Central America, South America, the islands that we call the West Indies, and all into the Southwest as we get into Texas and into Arkansas as well. With that, I wanted to kind of, if we could go into about the name or the word Coosa. And I know a lot of people think that Coosa is a Cherokee word, but as those that continue to do their research, they're coming to find out that Coosa is actually older than the Cherokee language. Can you kind of go in a little bit in depth on that as far as Coosa and the origins of Coosa?
Yeah, sure. I want to start off by saying this. The Coosa, as we know it, was actually translated by the Spanish. The Cherokees actually called us the Anigusa, and it's spelled with G-U-U-S-A, G-U-U-S-A-H, or the Anigusa. The principal chief, she also uses the term at times. The whole point of the matter is that there is no such thing as the Cherokee or the Muskogee language not being a Coosa words or Coosa terms. And I'll start at the front of that so everybody get a good understanding of what I'm talking about. The Cherokees and the Muskogees principally descended directly from the Coosa's paramount chiefdoms. And if you look at the regions in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Alabama, the regions where the Cherokee and the Muskogee Nation, those tribes are different than nations. Those two tribes became the leading political and social, cultural and religious and linguistic and economic and industrial entities among all of the 37 different tribal groups spread out throughout the southern USA. So we have this problem with people saying that, well, the Cherokees are this and the Cherokees are that. That's simply because they have conflicting origins of the Cherokee. If you look at some of the records, they will say that the Cherokees came out of Mexico with the Muskogees, as the Anayanuya. Others will say, well, no, they originated in the Midwest. And, they live between the regions of Arkansas and Illinois. The misunderstanding is that there are two branches of the Cherokees. You have a northern Cherokee and you have a southern Cherokee. And we know that because just here last year, we found archaeologists, rather, and anthropologists have found Cherokee villages even located in the Canadian provinces. You see, so those have been recent findings and all, through scientific research, excavation, and anthropology and all. We know that one of the oldest priest clans that were found in Tennessee. Now, they didn't know who they were before, but then they actually did an investigative autopsy, and it was found that those bones belong to people who are other than the Cherokee Aboriginals. And these Aborigines live among the Muscogee Aborigines, and their towns, or they call them Tallahassee or Toluca or Echota, because you have New Echota. And if you notice, Tallahassee, Toluca, and Echota, those are considered to be original, primary Cherokee words. But Echota is also a derivation, and it means our towns. You have the upper towns, the middle towns, and the lower towns. You see, and we have the Etawa, and that's what they were called, the Etawas, and that's where we get the word Toluca from. As you know, that was the capital of the Cherokees in Tennessee, and Tennessee itself is a Cherokee word. So we have the southern Cherokees, who were basically of the same stock as Muskogees. We have the northern Cherokees. Those were the parts of our peoples, the Cherokees and Muskogees, that actually went and mixed in with those Iroquoian groups. And they became known sometimes as the southern Iroquois when they migrated, or settled in these regions here. There's a lot of the political and social history that we have to understand. And I know one of the hardest things for people to understand, and I try to make it as simple as possible, is that we, as those Iroquois confederacies and the Cherokee and the Muskogee, the Creek Confederacy, we already had cities, towns, counties, villages, suburbs, and metropolitan areas, and we already had a United States among ourselves. We come from and descend from constitutionally organized societies under the Great Law of Peace, the Yamashigawa, and the Muskogee Constitution, the Code of the Tower, the Great Way of Peace. See, and it provided.
Chief, as I'm following you, I didn't mean to cut you off. Is it safe to say, or to draw a conclusion, that these people were all once one, just based upon your research and finding, and with Chief Blue Feather and going back to the mother tongue? Is it a possibility or probability that these were all once one people, whether it was you're labeled as Coushatta or Cherokee or Choctaw or Yamasee, whatever the case may be? Is it safe to draw that conclusion that we were all once one people?
Yes, it's safe to draw that conclusion. It's even better to look at it in this way, too. All of these different groups, there are some 37 tribal groups. All of these groups trace their origins to one single group, one single mother tribe, mother tongue, mother culture, mother nation, mother language, mother towns. It doesn't matter what terms you put it in. That is the Coosa and the Annie-Coushatta, all of them. There's not a single origin story that you can find among those 37 groups of the southern Aborigines of the pre-colonial USA that does not trace their roots back to a Coosa origin or beginning. And yes, it is safe to say what you just said. When we get into the languages and all, we have to remember that our system began to break apart from the Mississippian system, the Mississippian cultures, the Mississippian chiefdoms. better known as the paramount chiefdoms. And these areas of the Kusha, the Kushata, these were simply our ancestral state here. And that was a state that was recognized by everyone. Mexico, Guatemala, the islands, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, Morocco, Spain, France, Britain, Ghana, Mali, and Sungay, which is presently Nigeria now, but at that time it was the Sungay dynasty in region in that area. So all the Kusa has always been universally recognized and known. We have just resurrected, our ancient culture and our ancient languages and origins here. And that's also recognized by the four great divisions in North America, where you have the Iroquois to the north and northeast, the Coosa to the south and the southeast, the Sioux up north in the northwest, and the Navajo out to the far southwest. The Anasazi, as they're called. So as we get into this, we'll see what's actually happening. And you did mention Principal Chiefess Bluefeather, and I want to speak on that for a minute. One of the things that she is very gifted at is breaking down the mother tongue. And when you break down the mother tongue, you can actually apply it to your present-day Cherokee and Muskogee languages, and you can see how it fits in with them perfectly. And, and I'm talking about, in linguistics. Now, she's an educator, so she'll be able to explain that better than me. But, when we use linguistics, you have philology, you have nasal sounds, you have guttural sounds, you have your nouns and pronouns and your vowels and consonants and all that type of stuff, So that helps those of us, who are learning the Muskogee language and the Cherokee languages of today. That helps us to purify them by her introducing to us and teaching us the mother tongue, and the sounds and the properties, that goes with them, and that can be associated with the numbers and colors, and also, like as we learn in school, like you said, nouns and pronouns, persons, places, and things, and all of that type of the learning that is essential for us to be able to express ourselves, to each other in an honest way. As Principal Chiefess Bluefeather said, people who just speak the truth to each other, speak plain to each other in ways that we can all understand. And
that's a nice segue with Principal Chiefess Bluefeather. For those in the listening audience, she will be on Friday evening and going over the mother tongue. And as you'll notice, even last week I was blown away and in awe of the things that she was mentioning and talking about. And as we realize that although we may live in different parts geographically in this area currently known as the United States of America, there were certain words that triggered in our remembrance, and as the elders and the healers, as they used to speak and say certain phrases, especially those of us that kind of grew up in the country, that we would hear, and when she touched on those words and the origins of those words and those sounds, things started to resonate amongst us. So I wanted to give that plug in there so you can listen in on Friday night. Just keep staying tuned, and she will be in, and she will definitely break down, as Chief Redman was mentioning, the types of sentence structure, nouns and pronouns, and all the parts of speech and sounds, and where all of this comes from. And the more you study languages, the more you get into linguistics, you'll come to find out that it all came from one mother tongue. And this is just not us saying this. This is those that have gone on before, and that's their field of expertise. And Chief Bluefeather is definitely one. All of her years of being in education, she can break that down more eloquently than I. For those in the listening audience, we're actually having a nice conversation. I don't call it an interview. This is I call it a conversation with Chief Redman with the Coosa Nation. And I know we have some questions from the audience, and we'll get to those shortly. We have a few more, Chief, if you don't mind. And you touched on mentioning the regions and the areas and the types of peoples and their names. And one of the things that you mentioned was in down from Guatemala, coming from that region there to the islands and coming up along the Gulf Coast. There was one, I guess, for lack of a better word, a deity, but it really wasn't a deity. It was actually some people. And you'll see trinkets and statues and carvings in caves and on rocks all throughout the Southwest, all the way along the Gulf Coast and into Florida. These big-eyed or moon-eyed people. Can you kind of share with us the history of the blue-eyed people, the big-eyed people that actually came out with those that are known as Coosa today?
One of the things that we have to do sometimes is when we go into our own Indian history, it took me a while to catch on. I was born and raised in Muskogee County, Chattahoochee, and Stewart County, Casito. And one of the things I had to catch on to at an early age, and then again after my academic years, is we also have had so much history here, and we taught in so many different ways. We have to learn sometimes ourselves now. And this is just for us now, the Cousas. We have to differentiate sometimes between the stories of our ancestors that are actually really, really real. They have a physical side to them. And then that side that is more of a spiritual and mythological nature. And what I mean by that is that the raccoon-eyed peoples or the moon-eyed people, if you really look at it, they're simply talking about those people again that are known as the Choctaw. That's a literal definition of their name. And you can find them, as you said.
I don't know if Coach is still with us. I know he's mixing the board back there, but there's actually we have a picture of one of those big-eyed or raccoon-eyed or moon-eyed people known as the Choctaw. I'll show it. You got to show it. And he's going to put it up in the chat. I know you probably won't be able to see it, Chief, but during the replay. But this is for those that I always like to say that we get things in myths because we pass things down orally. A lot of things were done orally. And so I like to say that a myth is a truth wrapped up in an exaggeration. So, and so even how you breaking that down and talking about the people that are here and the origins of these words and showing that we are the same people. And as we were mentioning earlier before we even went live, Coosa Nation stretches all the way, into Texas and Arkansas and Kansas and that whole area there. Can you share with us the relationship or the correlation between the Kanza and the Coosa Nation?
Okay, they have three roots. They come out of South Carolina, and they come from the region that's called today Arkansas. The Kansas Indians are nothing but the Kansas Indians. And the Kansas Indians are nothing but, again, a corruption from the French of the word Coosa. And so that's why they're called Kansas. And it's the same word as the word Coosa, once again, the Anti-Cushata. Now, I want to go back here a minute, too, and I'm still going to answer the prevalent question about the Kansas. To add to what you have said about the myth being an exaggeration, I would like to clarify that and say myths are realities that are made true and real. In other words, a myth is based on something, some actual event that has happened or took place. It might have been something on the physical side of life, and it may have been something on the spiritual side of life. Because we have to remember, the myths that we're talking about, they actually come from our people, so our industrialist people, our biologists, our scientists, our technologists, our shamanic people, our medicine women and our medicine men, So they have a lot of value, relevant and informative value, as well as eternal and infinite value. You see, our myths here, they include everything that all the myths around the world of every educated people include, whether it's male and female qualities and properties, whether it's the spiritual aspect of a person, whether it's dealing with the elements, not only the elements, but the chemicals, and of course the four fundamental elements, fire, air, water, and earth. You see, so, the four life elements. So I would like to clarify that. Now, as to the cancer, there's been a lot of speculation about that because you have the Cancer Indians and you have the Arkansas as well. Understand? If you remember, our great chief Opopalia Yahola, when he led the troops out of Florida during the Civil War, and he defeated most of the Confederate Army, the Indians and the Negroes that were allied with them, and he broke through to Union ranks. And one the place that he went to was Kansas. And we have to be mindful of that because if Kansas is also the home of one of our groups that lived in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, the Ouachita. Now that name has been corrupted today by some people. They call themselves the Ouachita. But the historical accuracy of it is still the same. And that's why we have a Wichita or an Ouachita, Kansas. You see?
Yes, so we also have a Wichita Falls, Texas. That whole region, what we know as Dallas-Fort Worth area was known as Wichita Territory originally. Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You see? So, but they all have their roots in the southern region, and sometimes, just like there are places that I still have to research them myself, but there are places that I've heard of, like in places like Canada, and I think in Wisconsin, where they have certain place names that are called Muskegon, or Muskegon, and which is a corruption of the word Muskogee, there are some words that you can't get mixed up, for instance, there's a favorite dish that people always used to tell me about, and they would call it gumbo, and they would call it Creole, and then they started saying that it was gula, and then they started saying it was West African, and then I've even heard some say, oh, it's an Asian a dish, a virgin, an Asian dish or an Asian variety, or collection of, different types of vegetables and all put together. But I used to always wonder about that word, and my research led me to understand that the word karaoke is a corruption of basically a word that you can find in the Cherokee and the Muskogee language. Karaoke is itself basically a Cherokee word. It actually comes from here. We have been inundated by so much foreign teachings that we have just been taught to put foreign things, Eastern continents and their peoples. We've been taught to make their philosophy superior. And I call it being blindsided. I call it blindside programming. Because if they were superior, they wouldn't have had all that mess that happened over there that brought them over here with it. And that's not to talk bad about anyone. I got great respect for the ancestors everywhere. Our Western ancestors here, our original and primary ancestors. And I have respect for the ancestors of the peoples of the East. But, we have to tell the truth, too. We've been inundated with so much European, Middle Eastern, African, and Asiatic philosophies that we have just been taught to look to them for an origin. instead of concentrating on the origins that we have right here, you know. So,
Chief, you mentioned you talked about the foreigners that came over. I would like to, if you could, kind of touch on the relationship between those known as the French today or Cajuns today and how they lived amongst the Mississippi tribe and then kind of blended in with those of Coosa Nation and their writings and the things that they had discussed about the indigenous people of the land.
yeah, that's good. Now, when we start dealing with those subgroups, I call them Gulas, or the Gula Geechee, Creole, Cajun, Albinos, Melungeons, and there's about several, there's several other names, different names that different subgroups of people had, that lived among our populations here. Cajun is another corruption of the word Taya or Tejas, and Tejas is the root word of Texas. That's why we call it Texas. It comes from the Texas Indians. And there's a very definite connection between those Alabama Coushatta peoples in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas to those mound-building cultures and societies in Mexico. But I won't go into that right now. However,
yes, sir. I don't want to interrupt you, but we definitely need to save that for later because that's a whole, probably a series on that alone. Chief, go ahead, sir. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yes. But I'm telling you though, I'm in perfect agreement with you. So, but when we get to those cultures, the Cajun, you have to remember a lot of these were simply sub-tribal groups, like people who were ripped apart from like the Natchez, the Nacoochees in Louisiana, the Caddo Confederacies. The Caddos have a lot of groups out there. I think there's about 15 of those groups. And so when we get into people, the Cajuns and Albinos, Melungeons, a lot of people we have been taught to look down upon because even though a lot of them come from our ancestors as well, they were colored peoples, we got to, taught to kind of look down on different groups and groups of people that exist among the colored, black, or African American or Negro population, when a lot of times those are lost bands. They're actually lost bands, lost tribes, and as Principal Teacher Bluefeather puts it, lost clans. You see, so when we study them, their diet, their habits, their cultures, and their customs, even their male-female relationships, you find that it's not strange at all. It's actually indigenous American, but we've been so inundated with all types of, like I said, the foreign information that sometimes we can forget or have forgotten in some ways who everyone is. So right now, one of the things I would also like to touch on too, because we were talking about just culture now in society, but one of the things that we're doing politically is we have also initiated, myself and Principal Chief Bluefeather, we have initiated our right of return, our right of redemption, and we're also going to provide safe passage to our people for our own restitution here, and our own repatriation here in our own ethnic homeland. And we've done that in ways that are universally recognized.
Could you elaborate a little bit for me, Chief? For those in the listening audience, we're actually having a Wednesday night conversation with Chief Redman of the Coosa Nation. For those that may just be turning in and wondering who James Flames is having a conversation with tonight. But I am honored and humble to be able to sit down at the table, as we used to say, with Chief Redman of the Coosa Nation. But can you touch on what you were discussing before about the right of return and why this ties in to genealogy and the specific land of the Coosa Nation today?
Yes. One of the things that we know that academics have agreed upon, that is sociologists, ethnologists, biologists, genealogists, anthropologists, and archaeologists, to resurrect yourself as a lost people or a people who are not recognized as being who you are, reconnecting yourself to the aborigines of the land and territory that you're in and that you actually descend from is the first step. And as I explained before, we do that by biology and genealogy, and we also use our Native American Indian roles. Because what happens is that is how you establish yourself also as a First Nation and First Society, that you have dwelled on that landmass from time immemorial. And that does not mean that your ancestors, like our ancestors here, that does not mean that we did not have civilizations and languages. We've had several different forms of the same language. It just as we were discussing the differences between as it is now, the mother tongue, Coosa or Annie-Kushata, in relation to the tribal tongues that we use today: Cherokee, Muscogee, Choctaw, Appalachia, Wally, Yamasee, and all of those. So reconnecting ourselves to our Aboriginal roots here as American Aborigines, and doing so in a fashion that it is unmixed. You see, because we don't want to go around and tell people we're native African Americans, we're native Asiatics, we're native Hebrew Israelites, we're native European Caucasians, as biracial peoples, No, we use them to return to our original ancestors, our primary fathers and mothers, because we have to understand that when people come to your homeland, they mix in with you. You don't mix in with them. We have to change the genealogical and the biological narrative here. And that's what we do when we start to truly identifying as who we are. That ties in to our rights, our political, civil, social, land, and property rights. And it also ties into the fact that we can put those things into force in effect. And we do so in ways that, again, are universally recognized. And when I say universally recognized, I will go as far as to say not only in the Native American Indian sense, the Native American Aborigine sense, but also at the city, county, state, or the federal, or the OAS and the UN level. Because that is not only...
Go ahead, Chief. I didn't want to...
Yeah. I want you to ask your questions too, but I just want to finish about the right of return and the right of redemption. Everybody on this earth has the right of return and redemption to their original identity, their original culture, their original language, their original landmass, and everything. It's not only something that is essential that you do if you're going to survive as a people, but it's also something that as scientists, that's something that we do in an evolutionary sense. And so when we claim and reclaim our Native American Aboriginal heritage, we have reclaimed all of our civilizations, past, present, and future. That means that everything that has been produced on this continent and everything that will be produced on it comes from us. We played a primary role in it. And that's even during our enslavement. We can just look at what they call colored, Negro, black inventions, and now they're trying to say it's African American inventions, and they know Africans ever invented anything that anybody here in America has invented. We've got several centuries to prove that. So I don't know how you can come from one place and be so smart, but you can't be smart where you're at. And that's not to downgrade anybody. That's just to, because there are intelligent Africans too. However, every time all of our inventions have been, people have tried to say, oh, that's from an African American, or that's from somebody that was colored. They was biracial, black and white, trying to identify us and misidentify us as negative identities, arbitrary and capricious identities, colors, reds, browns, yellows, blacks, and foreign identities. So we never get our foot up under us to reclaim that which is ours and all. But we started contributing to it. And you can be you can't be in a worse slavery than that. So our right of redemption and right of return, that is the in safe passage. Everybody in the world has that right. And so that's what we have undertaken here at the Coosa Nation of North America, USA, to restore that right, not only to ourselves, but to everyone around us and even to the future generation, and to make up for the mistakes of the past, and also to restore the blessings of the past, and to materialize it here in the present. And I'm finished now, and I'm ready to hear your next question.
Oh, you're fine, Chief. For those that are listening in and join those in the chat, we're about to wrap up here shortly because we want to be mindful of the Chief's time and appreciate him coming out tonight. For those that are just tuning in or those that are listening but unable to see the chat, we're actually having a nice sit-down conversation / interview with Chief Redman of the Coosa Nation. So if you have any questions in the chat, hopefully that either Coach or Bones or No Sellout or any of those that are the admins, if you could catch those questions in the chat, because I know the chat's going pretty quickly from what I see on my end, so I may not be able to catch all the questions, but we want to make sure that they're answered, and we also want to make sure that we are mindful of Chief Redman's time. I had one other question, Chief, and the significance of Carter's Dam and the Coosa capital, or the last known or most recent capital of that area. Can you touch on the significance of Carter's Dam, and I call it the Carter's cover-up, and the things that they are finding or uncovering in that area in regards to the Coosa Nation and the artifacts that they're finding, as well as even the remains of the elders?
And I want to be brief with that, and I'll get back in touch with you, and we'll actually do a segment on that, archaeology in America and anthropology in America. One of the main things about the Carter's Dam, and even Murray County in Little Egypt, those regions there, one of the reasons that they call it Little Egypt was it was said that we didn't build pyramids that were pointed. Well, we built pyramids that were pointed as well as pyramids that were open. Another thing is that those were our cultural achievements. And when they flooded Carter's Dam and created, it's a reservoir there too, that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, they oversee it. And they actually flooded it to hide a lot of the successes. There's some term that comes to mind right now. The successes of our civilization, in engineering, biodiversity, agriculture, construction, metallurgy, and a lot of that practically scared a lot of people because they knew that they could not recreate that. Only the people who did that could recreate something like that. That's it's the same as if me and you went into India now, among the Indus Hindu civilization. We could see their temples and their buildings and stuff like that, but it would take our population thousands of years to get to where they're at in the way that they do things. And that's the same way for everybody else that has came to America. Among our mound building cultures and civilizations, our particular way of doing things, which is different than everyone else. We never said we were superior to anyone, but the works do speak for themselves. So with them flooding that area there and creating those lakes and reservoirs and all, and now they are draining it, and as they drain it, they a whole city, has been uncovered, because those areas are also like valleys. We built in the low valleys and also on the high mountains. And we built geometrical wise. Our houses wasn't just this square stuff we have today. We built in triangular, octagonal, hexagonal, all types of geometrical and algebraic types of buildings and all, because we built to fit the environment. You have to understand. A lot of our ancestors were far ahead of us in aerodynamics, thermodynamics, and several other areas that I won't even go into right now. I have to save them for later. But what that whole thing reminds me of was what they did to Nubia overseas. When they wanted to cover up that there was a civilization that had existed before the Egyptians, and they found out that it was in Nubia, in the old Sudan. They named it Mero, or the Marauder Society, and because those people were older than the pyramids of Egypt, and that was the only place that Egypt, besides America, that's the only place that Egypt got its knowledge from. They actually flooded that region, and they created lakes out of it. I think it's Aswan. I think that's the name of it. I have to look at it again. And they did all that in creating the Suez Canal. And what happened was that you used the proper term for it, like you said, the Carter's cover-up, because they did the same thing to us here that they engineered there in that region. You see, but the truth will be told, and it's coming out. So there are some very interesting mounds and political and ceremonial and cult centers that we have. A lot of these places, they refer back to the ancestral cult. And then when I say cult, I don't mean like these orgies and fetishes like they have today. I mean, these were cult centers of the highest types and forms of human development, self-development, environmental development. The things that the scientists speak of today, bioengineering. You see, producing the people that we want. We always say how our people act and all that. That's because we lost the art of actually producing the people that we want. To take the terms from the religions, to make man, male and female, man, woman, boy, and girl, child in our own image and in our own likeness. To borrow, a saying from the Bible here and all. Okay, our ancestors were very advanced enough to do that. And so, and so the Kusa, that's how we, that's how we did things. So that was part of the Carter's Dam that I wanted to bring that, to your attention and the group's attention, and anyone who's out there that listens and that can accept information and free spirited and all. There are some other research and stuff that I have on it, and of course I'll share that at a later time. But that's basically how that's basically how I saw that whole, like you said, the Carter's cover up.
Chief, I definitely appreciate you going in on that, and I will say that I know that the Army Corps of Engineers did drain it once in 2006, and there were some archaeologists and anthropologists that were out there, and they described the same things that you were mentioning, those pyramids with the pyramids, not with flat tops, but actually with the points, and how everything was geometrically shaped down to a recreational, I call it a recreational area, recreational center, that it was truly a city, that's underneath there. So I'm interested to find out whenever they drain it again, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to go or at least have some representation out there. I know that Coach is not too far from there, so hopefully we'll be able to get some video and photos if they ever decide to drain it again to do some maintenance work, but they won't drain it permanently because that will eliminate the power in all of Atlanta. So you see how kind of what Chief was touching on, how they did with the Nubians there, dealing with the Suez Canal. They did the same thing with the Panama Canal, the same thing with Hoover's Dam out in the West. So there are a lot of things that are being covered up in certain areas, and they said, well, if we destroy this, then it's going to deal with our power source. But Chief Redman, we have one question from the chat from Joe 47. I want to make sure that Joe 47's question is answered before we wrap up this evening. He's asking, once we do all of our genealogy and everything, where do we go from here as a people? Once you discover who you are as an individual and your genealogy, where do we go from here in order to build as one people?
Well, first, I would suggest that when you discover that, you get with like-minded people in your area, and form, and that's the formation right there of your clan community. And when you unite with them, you have what's also called a band. And then when you unite with them, you have what's called a tribe. And there are two types of association at that level. It's called a tribal association or a national association. And at the Coosa, we sponsor it all. We sponsor it all because we have to be patient with our people, but we also have to move accordingly with each other too, individually and as a group and in an organization in the times that we're in now. So once you have your registration in order, well, once you have your genealogical record in order, you know, your birth certificates, your parents, your grandparents, the regions that they lived in, then the next thing that you should think about is registering. And I mean, if there's a good tribe out there, Joe 47, you should register with that tribe. At that time, it doesn't matter whether they're what is called recognized or unrecognized. You're recognized once you return to your ethnic roots, and you not only have your paperwork in order, but your genealogy speaks for itself. For instance, if your father and mother is an American Aborigine and an American Indian, well, that's just one person that's an American Indian or an American Aborigine. You have to look at your father and mother, each descended from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 other peoples that predates them and you. See, so once you establish that connection, you have reestablished something that's unbroken. Then, you have come full circle. You put it back together. Not only as an individual, but for a community. And so I would urge people then to register with any groups that are sincere. People who have your best interests at heart and who wants to build in that area. There are those who can choose also to register with CUSA. I like for people to make that decision on their own, and as it's only fair. But wherever we're at, whatever city, town, or county that we're at, and especially here in the southern region, if we reside in any of the southern states, and we have that in mind, we should begin to band together wherever we're at, whatever town, village, city, municipality, whatever county that we're in, and congregate with each other and get to know each other so we can help each other work on industrial things, healthcare, finances, economics, our property and land rights, territorial rights, our civil rights, you see, and water rights, you see. So, those things that are important.
That's the key, Chief, is water rights. And I want to be mindful of your time, and we definitely appreciate you coming out, Chief. For those that are listening in, just tuning in, we're having a Wednesday night conversation with Chief Redman of the Coosa Nation. And I wanted to just say thank you. It is definitely a privilege and an honor to sit amongst the giants. and I appreciate your time. And what I want to do is Chief Redman, if you don't mind, I want to give you the opportunity for closing statements, closing remarks. We have a few more questions coming in, but we'll save that for another sit down. And I'll say this.
All right. That's a recap from last night. He was actually asking them different questions about, because that's just the second half. That was for an hour 16 minutes. And the first half went for 50 minutes. So that's just the second half. Also, that was our first time having a call in, and it was kind of distorted. So I had to get it cleaned up because I didn't know it until later on in the build. But we got it cleaned up. He will be coming back, working with us. Don't forget, we have Chief Bluefeather teaching Unlocking the Mother Tone Friday night at 9. And we're keeping it going. So all the questions you have, believe me, he will get to them. I wrote a couple of them down. I already sent it to him. And if anyone know Redman, he sends the answers back fast, where you can go look for it, where you can get the answer. Now, this is an Aboriginal tribe. They're doing work in the community for free. Don't look at me crazy. I know they're doing it for free. We see the people that they're helping. We see them what's going on for free. It's good. But for free. I know some of you won't take somebody else's trash for free. Just to the corner. Old lady can't do it. You're trying to bust her head. Wide open. How much I owe you, baby? About a good dub. $20. Yes, ma'am. Folks ain't hitting on that. Some knowledge you stumbled up on. You ain't spend no money for. When you broadcast again. Friday night, 9 o'clock. Twice with Chief. Wednesday night, conversation with Doodoo Brown. And I think, Mondays and Wednesday, Chief Redman. I believe that's the schedule. I'm going to confirm that. And then Friday nights at 9 o'clock, Chief Bluefeather, Unlocking the Mother Tone. That's when I will be broadcasting Kusa. And they might just pop up. So you might want to stay tuned. They might come during the morning show. The rising show. We might have a bill around noon. Ain't no telling when they come through. That's why you don't miss your cab. You miss your cab, that's on you. It ain't my fault. We rolling through. You better be out there and be like, hey, let's get that ride. Slow down. Hey, Bones. Now, if I'm driving, you might not want to ride. We wrecked the other day. Bones.
Yes, sir.
All right. What no sellout at? He should have been and made it home by now. No sellout. Leave the vegan store and go home. We got a show to do. I'm a mute.
Hey, he gonna. I was about to say, Bone gonna get us flagged with our wheels on the bus. So.
Look at him. I know he's playing it. I heard it. of the word. What is it? Septonate. All right. Well, he was light-skinned. His brother. Let me show you a picture of his brother real quick. That's how my uncles look today. They look right now. Now, his brothers are, there we go, right here. Let's see if we can find a picture of them. Nah, I ain't got them. Well, I got them, but they're just not. Right, let me see. Nope. I'm gonna have to pull that out of my Facebook. My cousin sent me these pictures. What's up, N. Jones? Yes, my slick head granddaddy. Great granddaddy. All right, let's see what else we got shaking. Oh, Bones turned the music off. All right, no sellout. Come on through, dog. What's the oils that we can eat with per blood type? Let's run through that real quick. It's 9:23. Are you free?
Yes, I'm free.
Oh, okay. I'm about to jump on you.
But give me a give me a couple. Give me a couple. Yeah, don't swing. Don't swing no punches.
happened?
Ha!
All right.
Yay!
Gay!
I got you. All right, so let me take this off right here. Say it refers to tones, but there's way more than the meaning of the word. I need understanding. I understand what you're saying, Joseph E. Johnson Jr. Hit me up sometime. Let's build. Now we're gonna add a little music. All right. Uh-oh. They say he's snelling around. No sellout. They say you snelling around. Say it ain't so. We give him a minute so he can get his books, find the location, see where we at. Today we're doing what oils that's good for you to eat. You know, like canola, peanut oil.
New channel, Doc.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold on, it's locked. It's locked. The door locked. What? I got locked doors? No locked doors. Why I tell y'all about locking my doors? Hey, come on. Grand Rising. Huh? I was here. He was in there. I was right there. Yeah. Baby. Ain't no sellout. Just let us know when you're ready. We're gonna turn the music down. We got Cuzzo Man in the building.
All right, don't cut it down too much on me. But not yet. All
What's
right.
good with you? So you just chilling? All right. That's what's up with you. We the people. I said it. Let's get it. I like good music. It just give me energy.
Heard me, Coach?
We have, what you say?
We got a new channel, dog.
A new channel.
Yes, sir.
It must be busting. Is it busting?
Oh, in a couple of minutes, it will be uploaded on the website.
You ran the, what me and you been talking about?
A little better, dog. They gonna push the buttons.
You did what me and you been talking about?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Good times. We about to show out.
That's
good time.
In less than 5 minutes, it's gonna be up.
So we gonna do this. We gonna let the brother come through, hit y'all with the oils real quick. Splat. Then we're gonna leave there and we're gonna go over to the website and we're gonna rock out. Ain't no third party. We screaming straight home. Ain't no Ustream. Ain't no YouTube. Ain't no Facebook. Ain't none of that. We rocking off of our own. Somebody say, hey, y'all gonna stop saying this BS. Coosa Nation is not Moors, okay? For the 50th time, they are not even associated with Moors. Do I stutter? Now, how you gonna tell me they're Moors if I sit with them? If I talk to the principal chief, if they got other full tribes coming over and signing up under the Coosa Nation, they are not Moors. Now, they don't play with that. They done went through a whole bunch of series of people calling them this, calling them that, saying they doing this, they doing that. We went and got down to the bottom of it. Me and my people. Yeah. We've been dealing with these folks for over 4 months. Think it's a game. I know their agendas. I know what they're doing. They ain't talking about they Moors. They ain't talking about snatching up your. We ain't even about to go there. They ain't doing none of that. They out here getting the homeless off the streets, helping people fight for their kids in courts. What you doing? You don't look on. Boy, I can't even talk. Y'all on YouTube, Facebook, running your mouths, trying to sound like geniuses. Then try to correct somebody when they don't sound proper. Like, yo, boy, you look like I can't curse. Whoever you is, stop hating. Go get you something to do. Talking about they Moors. They don't wear no damn fezzes. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them?
Wear the same thing we do, goddamn.
You done met them before.
Yeah. They cool. They just like us.
They just like us.
They basically just.
They ain't trying to connect nobody to no more of them. Talking about this why the community in shambles. No, the community in shambles because everybody want to know everything, and don't nobody want to sit back and listen and look at folks that's actually getting stuff done and go follow suit. That's all you got to do. Get mad. So if you want to put fake information
Gay.
all day, do I need to say it again?
Gay.
I said it. If you don't know what you're talking about and you just coming around running your mouth from something you heard,
Gay.
so my granddaddy nigga, fuck wrong with these folks. I'm sorry.
Coach, you hit it right on the head. A bunch of people who don't listen. These people coming out telling you the history. They're not false anything. They're registered to their tribe.
Hey, you might want to refresh, cuzzo. Refresh.
So why would they, if they think Kusa is Moors, why would they call themselves Kusa if it's Moors?
I don't know. You got my family over here scratching their head. Like,
you can't even better, Coach.
Yeah, I hear you good. Come on with it.
My
I'm
whole
over here
thing is
digging that.
this: what's the issue? Got them coming out legit, showing that doing everything, and we still have issues. Makes me scratch my head.
He said that's why the community
It's showing you the benefit of
is
doing
in
your
shambles.
genealogy.
Hey, he said that's why the community is in
your
shambles.
land.
That man said that's why the community is in shambles.
It's showing.
I'll tell you why your community is in shambles. Look at your house. If you can't walk out your front door and you ain't doing nothing for your neighbors, helping them succeed, that's what's wrong with this community. You're too worried about yourself, trying to secure a bag and brag and try to be the smartest person that you can find, but you ain't doing nothing for the next person. You are the reason why this community is in shambles. You, if you sitting around on your phone talking all this trash and ain't got nothing to do to help the next person. What the hell? Let's see. I think we got us a troll. Let's see what's going on. Were you supposed to be selling those maps, or did somebody tell you not to? I sell them every day. They on the prayer page right now. People order them all the time. They go out every day. So what's up, Brandon Pride? What's your issue? Come on. Ain't nobody telling me to do nothing, sir. I'm using my own logical, conscious mind. Better to do. Yeah, and I let you do it. I wasn't supposed to. But you talking crazy. You ain't about to put that in nation when they squatting. You got your information wrong. That's your problem. It's all in the records. Go look it up. Go look it up. Show you don't know what you're talking about. Go look it up.
All right, I'm back, Coach. You can hear me clear?
We got us a hater in the building. He telling lies. First he came in, said Moors. He saying that they Moors. Then he come in, talking about some, I was supposed to be selling maps, but somebody told me not to. I'm selling maps right now. Go to the website. Hit the button. Support. Help out. What you talking about?
What they think this is, bro? Bro, what they think this is?
I don't know. I like the energy though, because I'm about to go over here to my website. Face ass.
On the home page, what you're gonna see
Coach Crew Cut maps, since you're so worried about him.
All day.
And if you're so worried about Kusa, hold on. If he's so worried about Kusa and Kusa's supposed to be fake, then go argue up with them in their records. Go tell all them tribes that get together at the powwow that y'all fake. Go tell the Kushada that's there they fake. Go tell the ones that come from Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, Memphis, Florida, Michigan, Ohio. Must we keep going through?
We own the land
don't go
right now.
Your ideology, it got to be fake. Because somebody don't want to push what you believe, it has to be fake. Somebody's bringing you information that you didn't have. Why don't you take the time out to research it before you speak on it?
That right.
So pick up anything else that they show you on TV and you run with it. Come on, man. Kind of funny when it's our own coming out. It's our own that's doing the most backbiting. It's our own that want to put the knife in. If you got a problem with the information that's being shared, you don't come to the platform.
He like,
that's simple.
Why are you sending me this? All right.
That simple.
We done wrestling with the
I'm not even wrestling with him.
Somebody done told him something. Somebody done told him something, and he ran with it. And he don't know much. To say there are Moors, you're wrong. There's a thing called
when they came up here on a public platform and told you that they're not Moors, told you on a public platform, and it's recorded, that they don't do anything with it, not down with it, let you know they do not put sovereign citizenship. Chief Redman told you it's about doing your genealogy and finding your tribe. Then through your tribe, you become part of the Kusa Nation.
Bones.
Yes, sir.
They've been through extensive enough. A lot of people been doing their research and trying to find out if they was fake. What did all of those reports come back and say?
Real.
Every time somebody else say they got something, they come back what? They real.
Hey, with that information that they be trying to spread. Money. Y'all ain't going up there to Connecticut telling them people that they pay.
I don't see y'all on. And peace to the brother. But I don't see y'all up there wrestling with Turtle Gang. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Come here. He said, I got those from Anu Breed. Nigga, if I could go through this screen right now, I'll smack you so hard, boy. Your whole face will turn black. I swear to God. Hey, look at him.
Listen. Coach,
now, I know. Guess what? I'm about to tell it.
He just showed his hand. He just played his hand.
I'm about to tell it.
Read the message.
We gotta stream. We gotta go on the website.
I am, but hold on. Before we go, let me tell him this. When I met anybody on YouTube, the map was already done. I'm sorry, sir. Come again. He was helping me with the
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon Pride. Thank you for exposing your man.
Carolina.
That's all I ever wanted. Thank you very much.
Me and some young gentlemen, 19-year-old, 17-year-old, we worked on his map for over 2 weeks. I didn't even know Anu Breed. So, and the people on Facebook, my 4,000 friends, shout out to y'all. They watch me from the beginning of making it to the end. Face ass. So you can go on with that negativity. And I don't know who giving you all this information. You sound like a Ty Data or somebody. It's somebody, Brandon Pride. You somebody, boy. You somebody. Show your face. Stop playing. Start with that bull. Be a man. Say it with your chest. Go on somewhere with that bullshit. Who page he on?
That's what it is. You know what that is?
He got me about to fire one up online. Man, you got me hot over here.
Yeah,
that bro.
They doing that to try to get
coach you lying. Well, go get Anu. Go get Anu Bree.
Coach, you hear me?
What?
What he's trying to do is change the narrative on our platform. That's it. Everybody who was there know about the map, so we don't have to argue with a troll that has a problem with the information. But see, they can't come here. They can't come and debunk the information. See, they starve it,
page.
So they need to yell back at them.
It's a fake page.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So all misclaimers.
But Coach, let me drop something on you real quick. Hold on. Let me drop something on the world real quick. Let me show you what sloppiness does. It's a fake page, right? But we know the person knows this because they know about later on after you made the map that Anu sent you some maps so you can make future maps if you wanted to. So obviously this Brandon person is somebody that has been in these conversations, that has been in these meetings with us, that's fronting like they are part of this Aboriginal community. You done played your hand, buddy.
I don't know why they messing with me.
I told you what it is. They trying to get a rise.
Well, I'm glad because now everybody know. Coach Brandon Smith, my little cousin, we sat up and worked on that thing for 2 weeks. My reaction is that you even know about Anu Breed. And when I met Anu Breed, I still have the emails. I was already dumb. Dumbass.
That's what I'm telling you. We know who you are. Speak your mind, but don't come here speaking slander.
You coming up here lying with the bullshit. And you know what?
Speaking your lies.
Who page you on?
He on LaShawn page. Any moderators that's on Empress Copper Fox page, y'all know what to do.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. We do not tolerate slander over here. We do not tolerate disrespect over here.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
Yes, thank you. We've been waiting to find out, but now we know. Thank you. Thank you very much. The mystery is now over.
Yeah, it's over. For him to say that.
But guess what you still won't get? We still won't say your name. So you still gonna fade off to oblivion. Bye-bye. Now what we had coming next, y'all?
We about to go to our own page. We about to go to our own. Trash. We about to go to our own page. He got no video, no subscribers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's somebody that's around us that has a problem.
That man
somebody that been coming on the pages, starting trash, and wants us to say their name so they can start doing videos or come out and be like, but it ain't gonna happen. Grown men here.
Hey man, so what? I'm gonna tell you something.
Is that who the flag team is from last night?
Yeah, we already know
halftime
about the flag team.
Well,
my thing is
check this out. We still helping people every day.
That's what I'm saying.
For you to downplay
trolling the YouTube page,
something,
but you can't come out. You can't come in Monaco's neighborhood and do nothing face to face. These people know what we building.
Oh yeah, and most of these people know where I stay.
In the street, where are you?
No, it ain't him. He know too much.
We know who it is.
Personal.
We know who it is. We know who it is. And you're itching for one of us to say your name.
It's called slander. You can't sit here and lie on somebody. That's slander. You know not what you speak.
We're not going to call it that. We're going to call him a coward. You know why? Because if the person was so secure in what they were saying, why are you sending your shots from a dummy page?
Because it's
if
fake.
You're going to come over here and say info that we're doing, match that coach put up,
on his own work, why hide behind a fake YouTube page?
No.
Come on.
I got it.
That's all I'm saying.
I got it. First, you said, I'm gonna let everybody know. So when y'all see him, y'all know. First, he said,
Investigate.
They was Moors. He said Kusa was Moors. That's the first flag. All right. It's only so many people I've heard say that. That's the first flag. All right. Second flag.
Direct it.
You said that I got the map from Anu Bree. That is the second flag. Because I wouldn't have met nobody on Facebook, YouTube, nowhere if I wouldn't have never made that map.
Hold up. Think about it, Coach. Coach, you hear me?
I'm listening.
Yeah. Let me take you down this road real quick.
Come on.
Me and you know, and a couple of people know that Anoop sent you some more maps after you did the first map, right?
That's right, to make individual maps.
So if I go back, because you know we have a lot of recorded stuff, and we open up that recorded sitting, there's gonna be only a handful of people in that room, right?
Yeah, it was only a handful.
And we know the people
because the room was recorded when I was saying it.
Yes, sir.
I gave Anu a shout out. That's how I know.
They don't know. This 10 receipts over here.
Why they keep doing this? Why are you trying to let people know
that we the truth?
No, that they F people and do not want to accept the truth, like how Chief Redman say we need to these foreign ideology accept who we are and culture
and
facts.
That's it. And that's all we're doing here.
No time.
Genealogy is the key to opening up the door to knowing thyself. And if
hey,
you have a
Joe 47 said, "Who is
knowing thyself? Leave." Think about it. What type of person has an issue with an individual knowing thyself? I really want to know this. This is my topic for today. Who has an issue with an individual who wants to know thyself? Because I won't let you tell me who I am. And I encourage more of my people to find out who they are. So that's a problem.
Well, I'm trying to get back to this camera. Why rest my nerves? All right. This how bad it is. The community said, who is it? Because if subscribed to them, I want to unscribe. No time for all this bull crap. Now.
Exactly.
Last night, let's get into the depths of this. I got a few minutes.
Let's go. Since they want to air that, let's air that. Let's go.
Chief, Redman, Doodoo Brown. I hit the start button. 11 seconds in, we get flagged. You can't even be hit by YouTube for 30 seconds. Now look at here. Look, somebody tell it. Clean their name. It was a C.A.B monkey name, MJ Givens.
MJ Givens.
On the live last night. She one of them flags. They're sending cracker fish monkeys and Moors. How do you know that? Oh no, that ain't him.
No,
that's somebody else.
They found out last night.
Yeah. On Aboriginal
listen. You know what the first problem is that they make a mistake? They messing around with the livest chat on planet. Listen, the livest chat on planet. You think this chat don't let that fly? Y'all tripping.
Well,
this is
I don't know why they mess with us.
Ain't no realer.
Well, I don't understand it. We're not talking about the same thing over and over and over. As you was listening, he was talking about lakes that's been drained with artifacts, our artifacts, things that we need to look up on. They was talking about how we came out of Mexico. Who are we? They was talking about how all the tribes connected in the Southeast. Who else been dropping those? Let those folks do what they do. Let them connect us. Let us find out how connected we truly are. Until then, divided we stand, divided we fall. It wasn't even a minute, 11 seconds. I think we got a YouTube shut down world record.
Who you telling 11 seconds?
Hey,
Bro, I didn't even
make it to the 30-second mark. hey, man. Hey, let me tell you how another way they messed up. I played the same beats for the last 3 weeks. Not one flag. Last night, same beats. 5 flags, 10 minutes. Who's fucking with us?
We playing songs that I released 8 years ago. That's on platforms and they flagging us for it.
Who's flagging us? You got
hater,
a problem?
Hater,
You got a problem, Coach?
Hater.
A couple of rounds with Coach. You want to hit me in my mouth? Come on. We can get in the ring. I'm a little old, but we can have fun.
I hate him.
Come on. Yeah, it's a big snake. You all should know who it is, but we're not gonna get into that. Yeah. That's what everybody's waiting on.
They want us to do. Yeah. We just gonna dance around you and keep moving forward.
We're not gonna
see building here. We building here. Well, y'all still chilling in the back of the car.
There you go. I ain't digging it. I ain't digging it today.
No diggity.
She look like
no diggity. No diggity. Nah.
Well,
nothing perfect. You heard me?
Well, let me end it like this. Bones, is the other group ready? The other page ready?
We've been streaming from the website like for the last 15 minutes.
Is there a chat over there?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, we about to flood it real quick.
It's already set up and reaching.
We about to end this. Everybody that's on YouTube, I'm about to shut it down. If you're on YouTube, I'm about to shut her down. If you're on YouTube, we're about to shut her down. If you're on YouTube, we're finna shut her down.
www.autonomousassembly.com or the oldtribeupnews.com, and it'll take you directly to the website or aau.world.
Can you drop a link? See, while people are crying about what other people are doing, only thing you can control is what you're doing. Can't get mad at nobody because of what they doing. KFC didn't get mad when Popeyes came across the street. They stepped their game up. That's what you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Step it up.
Outwork me. Outwork me. Because right now, it sounds like
gay. They can't stop C.A.B.
Sound like somebody coming around here.
Gay. But they can't stop C.A.B. though.
Ain't got no bass in their chest.
Gay.
And still can't stop C.A.B.
Scared to stand on your own 2 feet.
Gay.
Blame everybody else for your downfall.
Gay.
It's just a gay situation.
Gay.
And we ain't talking happy.
All right. We back. What's next? If we need everybody. Oh, you logged into the Ustream with it?
No, going to YouTube to put the link up now.
That's day 2 of my messed up bill.
Yeah, man. As soon as you say no sellout, they come out the woodworks, boy.
Man, it's no sellout. What are sellouts coming out the wood?
They can't help it. They can't help it. They can't help it. No.
Like no sellout coming out. We the sellouts. Let's get it. It's time. Every time you say no sellout, they come out. Well, we're gonna play around. We ain't even gonna shut her down. We're gonna let it I don't know what I just said. Let it do what we're gonna let Bones do his thing over on the website. See if we can get plugged in. I might come with some hard, that good music. I ain't got no problem doing it. Let's check out Bones real quick. Bones, let's drop your track one time. Let's see if you got some bars. For those of you all, this is a song from about 6 years ago. We got Bones on the track right here. We're gonna play it for y'all.
A lifetime of memories. A life sends women shit to me. Imagine time, cause time shows no sympathy. When it catches up, death will be the recipe. Until that day come, you gon' get the best of me. No, you not testing me. Ain't nobody stressing me to make it. Been written in my destiny, yes. In each and every breath of me, yes. You gon' get the best of me. I ain't never going back to the 4 walls where we scratching the blocks, we hustle crack. I ain't never going back to the days where we lacking, there's no one there to ask. See, I believe in we. When the rubber meets the road, I take off because I see. Cut me, all I bleed is loyalty. All I bleed is loyalty.
You gotta be the one to say that I'll never make it. Put my life in the palm of your hands and you can try to break it. Please believe in me. I'll never betray these thoughts. Try to live a day in my shoes, but you know you lost.
So Bones, you still streaming off of YouTube on the website?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jay
I
on the
thought you
site
had
now
new-
watching.
Yeah, I know.
Jay on the website.
But we can't go ham. They'll shut that thing down, boy.
No, we not YouTube. That's not a YouTube play on the website.
Huh?
No, that's not a YouTube play on the website. I switched all that out this morning.
Okay, that's not YouTube.
No, you can shut them all off except for that stream me one from the restream. I put it in when we was already in. I just went in and did it.
Talking about what you mean, wanna see me in
Yeah,
the street,
take
every
it off
exhibition
YouTube.
magazine, all
Yeah,
the things
yeah.
that poppin' you be doing for the hoe. I will run up with that chopper, give it to you.
Okay, that's enough. All right. We need to go over to our Oh man, Bones, I gotta mute you. We having a
LJ done walked in the room on me.
yep. You having a mean Bugs Bunny moment over there. So let's see what else we got. Pamela Hall in the building. I can't get in that TI right now. Every time somebody mess with me, I be want to play this. Trouble Man. I'm Trouble Man. Trouble. Usa. All right. Done with that. Let's see. $10 normally. We've been shutting her down at 10. But we working. I need everybody to go to the website. Cause we about to crank this thing. So, Bones, when I shut it down, if I shut everybody's page down, which page do I leave on? You can't see what I'm talking about?
String me. The one that says string me, that's the one you leave on. It's in restring. Strictly towards the bottom. Yeah, like I said, I went in and put it in.
I don't see it. Let me refresh. Oh, I see it. There it is. All right. Everybody, load up. Come on over to the website. Hey, Bones, drop that link again over there so everybody can get it. We about to get away from these flagging haters. I want to shout out Chief Redman for coming through, putting it in the app. It's not his first time coming through. If y'all would have listened to him last week, he answered all those questions and then some. So now it's starting to become harassment. If you're on Doodoo Vision's page, hey Bones, drop that link again. I'll make it easy for you. Go to tribeupnews@gmail.com. No, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. tribeupnews.com. It will redirect you to our website. Then save, bookmark, because we're going to be on there every day. I really don't care nothing about. I'm shutting these channels down. Ashamed to be here. We about to shut it down. We about to go over here and get it live and popping. We're going to push positive energy, live energy. We're going to get through the day. I don't think Bones can hear me. Let me see. Let me see if I can get him to drop that link one more time before we close them all. Hey, Bones. Hey, y'all. Doodoo Vision's page. Go to tribeupnews.com. .com. I believe Bones over there tighten up the website. So while he's working on it, because I just sent the boatload of folks over there. And Jones say she can't log into the chat. We're not on Ustream. We're not on Ustream anymore. We have to do our own thing. And Jones, go back, hit the refresh, and see if you can get it in for me, please. I see the numbers going out. I see 21 people. 21 people on the website. All right. We still got 13 though over on Doodoo Vision page. We got 7 over on Bones McCoy. My boy. Empress Copper Fox. We only got 2 over there. Most of them that already came over. I'm about to rock. I'm gonna start it off with a little T.I. addresses. Cause I've been a little amped up. Put an address on that. Put an address on that. That's the only part I like. I don't really listen to what he's saying. But he's saying some real stuff. Be a man. Man up. Say it with your chest. When you got a problem, say it with your chest. Address it. You'll be able to sleep better at night. Ain't that right? That's right. So shout out to all the men. All right. We got Aboriginal Power. We about to go to. Can't log in the chat on the site. Well, Bones over there right now. Tighten it up. So while he tighten it up, I'm gonna get the music on. We're gonna play a couple of songs you're gonna hear in the cab, which I know y'all don't mind. And then we're gonna be taking requests. By then we should have everything up and running. Oh boy. There we go. So here we go. The cab is leaving the building.